Never apologize for who you are.
One of our greatest superpowers as human beings is having the capacity to edit and adapt the way that we see the world. You see, even if you hold a belief very strongly, when presented with new information, you have the capacity to adapt and edit the way that you see it. You see, there is nothing that is forcing you to continue down one path, even if you have held on to a certain train of thought or a certain mindset for the majority of your life. You have the capacity to seek out new information, and if you find that the information that you were pitching or that you were preaching was wrong, you have the absolute certain capacity to edit it, admit that you may have been, placed on the wrong road, and then adapt. A lot of the times we'll try and defend the perceptions or the things that we've said or the beliefs that we've had without seeking other viewpoints. It's as though someone will give us a specific mentality to have. They'll give us a certain set of rules or morals or belief systems to adhere to. And then if those are ever challenged, instead of opening up our mind to a different way of thinking, we become defensive. So even in political parties, you'll see the same thing happening. It's like, oh, I'm a one policy type of person, and anything else you say, it's wrong because you don't agree with a single policy, hence why we gotta always have contention in our relationships, and so on. But if you recognize that there is a high probability that the way you see the world isn't necessarily accurate, because there's this whole field of neuroscience and self-delusions that we've realized through this research that we all have. So even your memories are not to be trusted, because the second that you have a memory and you try to remember it, because it's just going through your neurotransmitters and the exterior world's mostly occurring in your head, even your arm is just something that's materialized as a result of your brain perceiving it. But that, we don't need to get into all that. That's just extra stuff. I'm rambling. That's what I do. I ramble. So, the general point we're trying to make here is that humanity has made a nasty habit of making mistakes, and instead of rectifying their mistakes and having the integrity and what's the word I'm gonna try saying here? The integrity and grace to humility. Instead of having the humility and integrity to admit that they were wrong, they will double down on their stance and just go farther into a hole. And I believe that's one of the things that's causing so much contention in society these days, because two or more sides are absolutely certain that they are right and their opposing counterparts are wrong. They see no space in between. It's a flip of a coin, it's either one side or the other. There's nothing else. And I can assure you that if that is the stance that you've taken towards life, not seeing it as a probability, like, oh, my beliefs have a probability of being right. If you say they are absolutely right, your language is imbued in this absolute certainty, I can guarantee you that you have made you've fallen prey to one of the many foibles of humanity. And that's why I'm begging you. Just consider the possibility. If it's causing you grief, or it's causing you to hate, harm, or hinder another individual, then that belief, that action, that sense of certainty, it has, what's the word? What are we looking for here? It has infested your mind and is preventing you from becoming the person that may be who you want to be. It's all, it's a possibility, but just recognize there's a possibility that if your thoughts cause you to judge others, you're probably in the wrong. If your actions cause harm towards others, you're probably in the wrong. If your actions or accumulations of things inhibit you from creating stronger relationships with others or yourself, perhaps you need to relieve yourself of these things, because we hold so strongly onto these beliefs that we've created for ourselves. And in the end, where does it get us? Maybe consider the possibility that everything you know is wrong. Or maybe it's not. But if you don't consider the possibility, you will forever be trying to defend that which you have already adopted as your stance, which isn't very fun. Nay, nay, nay. That's all for today. Toodles.
The way to fascinate a woman is with cheese. And even if she's vegan, she'll wonder why was this so tantalizing. Boing. Sounds weird. Boing, boing, boing. Whoa, to like bing, like shoot your lips out. Bing. Okay, I'm done.